As you guys know, recently I started replacing the quarter panel on the 240SX. This is the new quarter panel that I had off of a parts car, and I've recently drilled out all the spot welds on the chassis and the replacement quarter panel in order to put it on to the car. But after looking at the quarter panel in depth, I realized that maybe this isn't the best quarter panel to use for this situation. So I've shown this before, and I also knew a little bit about this when I was getting this quarter panel, but the bottom of it is completely rusty. And this side is just not usable at all. But my main concern with this is that it's resting on the arch. All the way up here. This isn't the worst quarter panel in the world. I definitely could use this if I desperately needed to and desperately wanted to. At this stage in the build and how far I've come along with it, I'm trying to do my best at putting quality parts on it that are going to last a very long time. So I don't think this quarter panel is the best option for me at this time. But I found someone that has a quarter panel rust-free in Tennessee. That's about 8.5 hours away from here. I reached out to him and he said he only needed the rear piece of the quarter panel, which is why he has it in the first place. And mine is perfect in the rear. There's no rust, no damage, and he is willing to straight trade. So what I'm planning to do is, hopefully soon, drive down there and straight trade this quarter panel for his quarter panel. I also need to make sure I can fit this in my Integra work truck. But that car has some issues, so let's go work on that. The right-hand drive integra looks absolutely slammed right now, and that's because the bead seal ended up not holding the air in the tire. So I'm gonna have to get this wheel welded, but that's for another day. Today what I want to do is remove this brace, and that is because this work truck will be put into full effect. Now this brace may look simple to remove, but it's actually pretty complex. So let's take a look at it from the inside here. That was a lot easier than I remember. All right, good to go. Imagine all the things I can fit in there now. Recently, the heat stopped working in the right-hand drive Integra. And what it does is when I turn it on, it just blows very slowly in every speed. Which tells me right off the bat, it's not a fuse and it's not a relay or anything like that. Either the blower motor is bad or there's something going on with the wiring. So what I'm gonna do is just pull the dash, because I haven't looked under this dash since I put it on. And it's been a few years. And while I'm looking into the blower motor stuff, I'm also going to review everything else that's going on, just to make sure everything is in good shape still. After completely tearing apart the inside of the car, I actually found the issue. When I first converted the car to right-hand drive, I had to extend the blower motor wires, and I thought it'd be a good idea to put a fusible link in between just to be safe, but as you can see, it melted instead of popping, which is kind of ironic because I tried to prevent this, and it ended up happening from the prevention I put in. I also found this fortune that I left myself. I don't even remember putting it there. Well, I guess we'll just put everything back together now. Aha, very nice. Oh, forgot one thing here. And lastly, we have to fill up the flat tire and go for a test drive. Sick. The blower motor works, and the car is not burning down to the ground. And all I did to repair this was cut out the wiring that was in there when I first right-hand drive swapped the car, and I replaced it with larger diameter wire, or a bigger gauge, which is actually a lower number. And a good rule of thumb, if you're ever replacing wires or extending a harness, you want to make sure that the wires that you're putting into the harness are larger than what were there to begin with. Let's say you end up using a smaller gauge wire or a smaller diameter. When that circuit was created, it was already determined how much amperage was going to be flowing through that given wire. Making the wire smaller is going to add heat to that wire when the amperage is flowing through it, which is how fires start. Which is another reason why I put that fuse in line while I was extending the blower motor connector, because I didn't want it to catch on fire. The wire that I used was the same diameter, not larger, not smaller, but the same diameter, and it still heated up. So let that be a lesson to you guys, and don't burn your car to the ground. So I told Franzy that I have to drive to Tennessee to pick up the new quarter panel, and she wanted to know if...
Can I come?
If she can come with. So we are going to test fit the quarter panel into the car and see if it'll fit with her in there. Because if you guys remember, when I transported this exact same quarter panel. In the sedan, I had to remove the back seats and the passenger seat in order to fit it. But since this is the two-door hatchback, we will see if this will fit. Probably put the smaller side towards the front. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. All right, I'd say that fits. Yeah, you can actually scoot back some. Go ahead. That's good. Comfortable? All right, if it fits, it ships. Just to be on the safe side, I am gonna bring some tools in case you want to keep this backing plate structure on his quarter panel, like this piece right here. So I'm gonna bring my drill and also the spot weld drill bits. A lot of you may recognize this garage and this car. But for those of you who don't, this is Stevie's garage, and this is his 240SX. It has a VQ35 swap and right-hand drive swap. This is where I brought my 240 to work on it after it was at the frame shop. While my 240 was here at this garage, I was able to get it from a smashed shell and strip it completely, cut everything broken off of it, and eventually getting it to the point where it's a rolling shell. And that's when I transported it to the next garage. But we are here visiting Stevie because he just picked up a new car. And it's not this. You guys have seen this before. What's going on, Stevie?
Hey, dude.
Dude, what did you pick up?
Pontiac Grand Prix.
A Grand Prix?
A Japanese version of a Grand Prix.
Shoo! I've probably only seen like 2 or 3 of these in person. This is probably the 3rd now.
Yeah.
All you need now is the S14.
Yeah, a Zenki. Hopefully one day, if anybody knows one. It's not going to break my pockets.
Yeah, all the S chassis are skyrocketed in pricing. Yeah, not too bad, man. What's the story behind this one?
One of the homies won it in a raffle. Very lucky man. Happy for him. And he gave me the pleasure of being able to purchase it. Saved up a long time and worked a lot of hours and missed out on a lot of fun events. Working.
Was it worth it?
It was worth it.
I never win any of those raffle things, I swear.
You know, I am 0 for I don't know, and I don't really want to know how many I'm 0 for. It hasn't been worth it so far.
Dang, this is really nice in here, actually.
Yeah.
Is this like etched out from the factory or is that a sticker?
I think it's a sticker,
yeah.
But it looks pretty sick.
It does.
Not gonna lie, my mom asked the same thing.
This is nice. Very nice. Very nice. Dude, these back seats are deep. Did you sit in these yet?
Nope.
This thing looks pretty clean overall.
It's pretty nifty.
A little rough on the edges, but I mean, hey, it's an S15.
Yeah, exactly. It's cooler than a majority of the other S15s I've seen out there because they're all Pontiac Grand Prix. This right here is from Japan.
What? Power mirrors?
Yep.
This is the best Grand Prix I've ever seen.
2.0 Grand Prix. It's a gas mileage version.
Want to go for a ride? Dude, these seats are nice. You could for real go sliding in here and I would be fine.
Even these OEM ones are like super...
Bucket seats.
Yeah.
Just hug you.
Yeah.
It's so deep.
She's slow as can be. She gets good gas mileage.
Is it faster than the Integra, you think?
Nope.
No!
Guaranteed. NASR turns out very, very slow. This is like FC Vert RX-7 slow. Ooh. Enjoyable, but
Yeah.
slow. Hey, tag.
Hey, tag.
Hey, I like that you put these wheels back on her.
Dude, right? I absolutely love those wheels.
They look really good.
Well, thanks for the ride, Stevie. Congrats on your Grand Prix.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. What do you think? Do we need an S15 now or a Grand Prix?
I'm down.
It's a pretty sweet.
Stop it. Don't.
While we're out visiting friends, I figured we should stop at this guy's house.
This guy's house.
Get your own crutches. You know, we had to stop and get some cookies. We were sitting at a red light. We looked over and there were a couple girls sitting at a table and there's boxes of cookies on the table.
Saying this like it's like the most important story of the timeline of today.
They were selling Girl Scout cookies, so of course we got, what, 4 packs? Yeah, we got 4 boxes of Thin Mints.
$20 worth. But I wish I could wear it now.
There you go.
Thank you.
Off she goes.
It's like beautiful lighting right now. Just me crutching off into the sunset.
Oh yeah, there's... Nice.
Do a slow-mo with the wind blowing in my hair.
I can't take this girl anywhere.
1 second, wait for me.
What's going on, Omar? Why does it look so good? What was this kit called again?
DMAX Type 2.
DMAX Type 2? I've never seen this kit before. This is DMAX Type 2 also, right? For Silvia?
DMAX Type 2.
Jesus.
Might be the only 2 kits in America. Discontinued in, what was it? 2013 or 2011.
So over a decade. And he just painted it. This was the white Silvia, if you've seen any of the previous videos with Omar. But he paint matched it purple to match his drift car, his hatch. Real Silvia. It has a Mazworks SR20. This thing is absolutely perfect.
That was fun.
This thing's pretty interesting. Looks like it came straight out of Need for Speed Underground. Oh, hey Gonzo. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh.
Dude, not bad for 2 zip ties.
2 zip ties? It looks fully mounted to me.
The arms on.
Dude, it's like I cannot even. Oh, I can fit just my pink. Oh, I can't even fit my pinky under it. Painted versus non-painted. Jeez, DMAX Type 2. Never seen one. Oh, I guess I've seen 2 now.
I got a little something for you guys who are watching. So I need a DMAX Type 2 rear bumper for a hatchback. Type 2, you know, got the ridges. I don't want DMAX Type 3. I did this with the Silvia front bumper. Everyone was sending me Type 3. It's DMAX Type 2. I'll give $200 to anybody that finds me a DMAX Type 2 hatchback rear bumper ready to buy. But I don't want to be having to like beg someone to sell it to me. I want it ready to buy, all right? So you guys hit up Mike or hit me up on Part It Out and let me complete this kit. I'll have 2 matching DMAX Type 2 cars.
Oh yeah.
Easy $200.
Well, Omar definitely has some of the coolest S chassis that I've ever seen. What body kit do you guys think on the S13 is the most rare? I personally have never seen that DMAX Type 2 kit. But now I need to prepare this right-hand drive Integra work truck for our journey to Tennessee. So I'm going to show you guys what I do to look over the car, make sure it's safe and ready to go. Engine's still there, that's a good sign. And we have good oil and it's full. Surprisingly, this engine does not burn any oil. I don't know of any other 90s Hondas that do not burn oil. So yeah, we're done. All right, guess we're good to go. See you guys in Tennessee.